All right, so it looks like we're going straight into the finals. So welcome everyone to the GORO versus NxtGen Racing team versus team events. Starting on pole, we have GORO's GT Boca Miku. In second place will be Crazy John from GORO. Third will be Mikey from GORO. Fourth, Kokaraki. 5, Viper. In sixth place, we've got Mike Ue from NxtGen, followed by Destroyer 24. Then we have Magnum and RRTC from GORO. And then we got Berthoven, NGR Prosser, and NGR Saxo rounding out the grid. And green flag is out. It's going to be 33 laps on Autopolis. The front of the field gets off to a good start. Everyone's just going to stay single file, not even try thinking about overtakes early on. Oh, we got a mistake already! Damn. That was a big hit, too. Battle going on. We have Viper and Destroyer 24. Ooh! A little too optimistic from Viper, and he makes a big mistake, loses a lot of positions, going down to P11. Meanwhile, a little further up the grid, it looks like the top three are pretty much on their own right now. Battle for 7th place right now between NGR Prosser, Magnum, Saxo, and Berthoven.
Alright.
So a couple big mistakes early on from Mikey and Viper.
Yeah, I saw that Mikey spot. I caught the beginning of it as I was coming back in, so, as I was coming on.
He's a little further up the grid. It looks like Miku and Crazy John are running away from the field right now. Okaraki's kind of in no man's land. Then we got a nice little battle for fourth between Mike UA, RRTC, and Destroyer.
Yeah, I see Miku, as usual, is pulling out to a good lead on there. It's what, almost a 2-second gap from Miku back to Crazy John?
1 second.
1 second. Okay, so they're staying right there with each other. So
they're around 2.5 in front of Kokaraki right now.
All right, so we have GORO drivers in first, second, and third. Leading NRG driver is in fourth place with Mike UA.
Yes. And then is GORO's RRTZ, followed by NGR's Destroyer. Then we have Prosser from NGR, Magnum from GORO, Saxo from NGR, Berthoven rounding out the top 10 in NGR. Then we have Viper and Mikey from GORO rounding out the field.
Looks like we got a quite diverse, well, I mean, a little bit diverse. It looks like at this point, it looks like it's America versus Germany and Belgium.
It kind of does.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Mikey. Looks like
Oh,
Mikey's
Crazy
already
John made a
pulled out that
mistake
lead.
somewhere. He's down to 4th place now.
And too bad we can't look at replays here. We must have lost it somewhere in the corner. This Autopolis course is actually really,
If I had a keyboard, I would have gone back and see what happened, but I don't have. I don't have a USB port for it, unfortunately. This little battle for 3rd between Crazy John and Mike UA.
Oh, it looks like Mike already got by him. Oh, he got.
Yeah,
oh, Crazy John should slip back to 4th. Whatever he made a big mistake, and that puts Kokoraki up to 2nd. Don't know what happened with Crazy John.
I think it was somewhere in Sector 2 that he made a big error.
He probably got off on the grass, got the car loose. This car, I've driven it a few times. It is a very, very tricky car to drive. It's very, very tail-happy. Have we confirmed yet on whether all these guys are running setups or are they all running the base tune?
They are running the stock base tune since it is a one-make event.
Okay,
So it's all going to be It's all going to be about driver skill for this one.
All right, so this is basically a sport mode race. Gotcha. Do we know what the tire settings and fuel settings are for this event as well?
The tire and fuel settings are both set to 3x. Mechanical damage is set to light, so the engine damage Mikey got from lap 1 should have gone away already. Other interesting little things. Slipstream is real. I think grip reduction off track is real. I think that's about it.
So this is just about basically a sport mode race. So this is going to be interesting.
Ooh! RGZ with an interesting dive bomb on UA in the hairpin. Looks like they're going to go side by side, maybe.
Looks like your stream is a little bit faster. A little bit faster than mine.
Well, I'm in the lobby right now. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, I just seen that. There was a nice pass by RDZ over Mike UA into the hairpin. It looks like he's starting to gap him just a little bit. Mike might be struggling a little bit. Might have not gotten his temper tires on the temp. Maybe just trying to get a handle on the car still.
His tires are actually better than RDZ's right now.
Well, even then, the graph only shows wear. It might not actually show the temperature range on it. So he might have overcooked his tires, might have overheated them a bit. Even though they're still good wear-wise, they're probably just overheated them down the reason.
A bit further down the grid. Ooh, Crosser's going to go for an overtake on Mognom into turn 1. Ooh, Mognom crosses him over though.
It doesn't work. If you go to the inside, you're going to wash out. It was a smart move by Mognom, but waiting late apex that corner, trying to get the crossover. Looks like Sacco's right there too.
Yeah, he just overtook Prosser.
Yep, there he goes. So the midfield battle looks to be pretty good right now. So this should be interesting. I'm assuming that since with all the different teams, with the 2 teams, with it's pretty much equal here. It's going to be 6 drivers per team, right?
I believe it is 7 GORO and 5 GR. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, it's 7v5.
Okay, so they're a little bit out. For the most part, this might actually. For the most part, each of these teams probably have a strategy going into this of what's going to happen, what they need to do.
Pedro has just joined the lobby. He's going to, unfortunately, not be able to race this.
F. Can we get F's in the chat, please?
So it's lap 6 out of 33 right now. So the tire wear at this point is going to start having a bit of an effect because they are all racing on racing soft tires. I think mediums are also allowed, but I don't believe any of them are ever going to switch to mediums. Anyway, Miku's up to a 5.2 second gap on Kokoraki, 2 seconds in front of Crazy John, 2.6 in front of IQA. We're going to stay focused on this battle for fourth.
I'm going to try and get in the lobby real quick. If there is enough room in there, isn't there?
I believe there might be. I got to refresh the spectator thing. Yeah, it's 14 out of 16 right now. Alright, so now I have the ability to use the different camera views.
Nice.
RDZ's all on the back of Destroyer 24 right now. Destroyer has better tires than RDZ still. So if RDZ he needs to get past him as soon as possible, otherwise he's going to kill his tires even more.
That is true.
Ooh, little slide there. Further back, we have a battle between Verthoven and NGR Prosser. Prosser has very worn tires, while Verthoven has pretty neutral tires. He's going to get a lot of time from that exit.
It's interesting to see that Prosser's tires are worn out that quick. You know, considering that we're only, what, 6 laps in, we're only like 4 or 5 laps into this race.
It could have also been because he was sliding the car a lot through the slow corners, because you can lose a lot of tire wear, because it is set to 3x.
Gotcha, and the Autopolis course is more than likely a very abrasive surface as well.
Very technical, yes. Prosser makes a slight error. It's going to allow Verthoven to just flip through.
You can see that Prosser's fighting that car. You can see how much wheel angle he has to put into it just to get the thing to turn. He is not having a good day with that car. He is not. He can't seem to. It isn't doing anything that he wants it to do.
He's going to go ahead and take his first pit stop.
With him in the pits now, let's see if Mike can actually... Oh, Mike...
Yeah, Mikey's error at the beginning cost him like a minute or so.
Yeah, but now he will over-jump Prosser coming out before Prosser can come out of the pits. And that's going to move Prosser down to last.
Prosser's going to go ahead and take full fuel.
Meanwhile, Sacco, RDZ, and Berthoven, is that how you pronounce it correctly?
I've been saying Berthoven.
Berthoven? Okay.
Dalvin.
It looks like these guys are having a nice scrap with Sacco having the advantage there, at least on time. Yeah, both of those cars well within a second. All 3 of those cars well within a second of each other. Long Dong keeping it at least just under a second gap to Destroyer, which oddly seems like he's the only one in the race not running the NRG, the team livery. Did not have time to.
It might have been an error, because when the qualifying started, he came into the lobby. I think 4 or 5 minutes into qualifying, so he may have not had time to put it on. It doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, it is a team race. But we all know that he's on the NRG team.
GR.
Like UA, current the GR, yeah.
Got a nice little battle with it.
That he does. Comparable lap times, Magnum is faster. That last lap he was just under a second faster than him, so he's actually probably losing time behind him and just wearing out his tires, staying behind him.
They have fairly equal tire wear. Destroyer with a little bit better laps.
Yes, but you know, with Magnum sitting back there, obviously the faster car based on the lap time, he's probably just back there. He is back there just wearing his tires, not being able to get past Destroyer. So, in layman's terms, he is holding him up, but also at the same time, he's probably trying to race as cleanly as possible, waiting for an opportunity to get past. Swing back up to the lead, and as typical Miku fashion, he has pulled out to a 7-second lead over Kokoraki.
Crazy John within 2.3 of Kokoraki. Mike UA is catching up a little bit, though, on Crazy John. Crazy John with really, really worn tires.
Very true. Mike UA is doing very, very well at tire conservation. He's also quicker. That last lap he ran a 45.638. It's still even faster, 45.638 to John's 45.906. Oh, I take that back. It's 45.9. He ran a 45.986.
He ran a 45.
John's 46.5. 46.598. So Mike UA is catching him. Like you said, you are correct in that. He is catching him, he is closing the gap, he is running quicker lap times than him.
He's really closing the gap now. That tire wear is starting to definitely show in the slow section of the track.
Yep.
Interesting strategy for Mike UA. I've noticed he's short shifting. He actually has a lot more fuel than Crazy John does. Damon84C has some connection issues right now. He's gonna join in back in a bit, I think. Looks like Crazy John's gonna make a big mistake. Oh! Excuse us 1 second. That's interesting. There it goes. So Crazy John made a massive error, and now Mike UA is up into 3rd place.
I see that he's already pulled out almost a second gap to him.
Yes, he has.
Noting back to when you were saying that it's interesting that he's short shifting, that car does have a lot of power for what it is. So I'm assuming that more than likely he's probably using that just to kind of keep some of the power reined in a little bit, keep the car more under him, and try to keep the tire wear to a minimum in the tight technical section in the infield.
Yes, even though this is a GT1 car, which normally has around 600 horsepower, this is using the BOP on. So the car actually got down-tuned to around 534 horsepower, while also taking a massive weight increase.
Gotcha. So it's actually it's brought it back down to where it would be running in Group 3 spec. So with the added weight, it will make it even hard. It will wreak havoc on the tire wear.
Not only that, but in high-speed sections, it has a lot of understeer because it doesn't have as much downforce as the other competitors in the GR3 category do. But in the slow corners, it is very effective because it is the lightest car in the GR3 category, just ahead of the Alfa Romeo 4C, which is, I think, around 15 or so pounds heavier.
Yeah, this car, it is one of the correct in saying that it is one of the lightest cars in the Group 3 category, although being that it does have a lack of aero compared to its modern-day counterparts, it does affect it in the high-speed sections.
So GT Boca Miku goes into the pits from the lead. It looks like Kokoraki is going to follow, but Mike UA is going to stay out. It looks like he might be trying to do a one-stop strategy, so this is going to be very interesting.
It is going to be very interesting. Looking at the tire wear, it looks like GT Boca Miku did wear out his tires. He was about at half tire wear when he came in. It also looks like he only took 3/4 of amount of fuel. And from what it looks like, all the other ones are still in the pits right now putting on fuel. All of them have worn their fuel down to about, a quarter of a tank. Also, RRDZ, the EZ came into the pits as well. Looks like all the GORO guys are coming in early. An
interesting strategy call being played right now.
They might be going for the two-stop strategy. GT Boca Miku is a wizard when it comes to strategies. You know, he usually takes the times and simulates all the different strategies that can go out, and he'll usually pick the one that's faster. Two-stop strategy might be the one that's the fastest. But now that puts the NGR guys up to the front with Mike UA 495 and Destroyer 24.
It's going to be interesting to see this gap between Miku and Destroyer go down. Currently 6.6 right now. Let's see what it is at the end of this lap.
Well, it is all about the out lap right now. So, let's see, we're on lap. What is it showing on your screen as far as what the lap count is? Because I haven't seen the lap count show up on my screen yet.
It is 12 out of 33. Mike UA is about to start lap number 13.
Okay.
So the gap around the start of Sector 3 after the long little back straightaway was around 6.6. It looks like it's down to just under 5 seconds now. We're going to focus on Miku and see how the times drop, how far behind he is. The start of the lap is around 11.5. See what it is around Sector 3.
Gap has closed a little bit. It's now down to under 3 seconds. Oh, he was purple that sector.
So he's already taken off a second from Mike UA's lead. Taken multiple seconds out of Destroyer's lead over Miku.
And he is getting closer to him on track.
9.9 now. It was 11.5 at the beginning of this lap.
If you look at it right now, they're almost in the same picture frame. So definitely Miku is catching Destroyer at an exponential rate.
Miku takes out 2 seconds from that gap over Mike UA 495.
And that is also the fastest lap of the race that he's just started right now at a 44.243.
He is a 44.142. His second fastest, I think. A bit further back, got a little battle for ninth between NGR Prosser and SPM RGP.
About a little more than a second gap between those two.
Ooh, and Miku and Destroyer are side by side, heading up to Sector 3 now.
Oh, this is going to be interesting through the tight section, and Miku's got it. He's cleared the car, goes down to defend, going into the hairpin. Destroyer back to the outside. Let's see if he's going to try a crossover. No, Miku holds it in the inside. blocks him off from trying to make a pull. A little bit of caught the grass, a little bit on the outside. Still going strong enough.
Yeah, I don't think Destroyer's going to have a chance of battling Miku now. His tires are too worn, and Miku still has fresh rubber.
Yep, the strategy has definitely not worked out for what Destroyer was thinking. Although it was a good chance to get into some clean air and try to run some clean laps, but the tires have just had way too much. Meanwhile, 7-second lead, Mike UA was very comfortable out in front.
Still lost around 2 seconds for that lap.
This last lap was a 47.225. Coming to the line now is Miku.
With a 45.049.
Yes, so he's at least 2 seconds faster a lap with those fresher tires. Looks like the field is pretty well spread out. Oh, we have our first retirement of the race. STM Viper has called it quits. Don't know what that could have been. Could have been a disconnection.
Interesting battle for 9th right now. Prosser and RDZ are right next to each other.
Wow,
like
right to the inside of the track.
He's gonna defend on the inside. They're side by side going
to the outside of the track sooner or later. Oh,
ooh,
they make contact. They make contact.
Ooh, that could have been a lot worse.
Yep, that could have been a lot. Thankfully, none of them have come across with any damage, but, you know, Prosser gave him the hip check going to the outside.
Prosser's on a one-stop strategy. He has to defend against RDZ.
Yep. That's the only way you can make this one-stop work. Oh, Luce coming out the corner. That car is not happy right now.
RGZ gets a great exit, but he bumps Prosser in the process, so that exit he got isn't as effective.
Up and no, he's going to try to force on the inside, pushes Prosser wide, and they're going to be side by side almost side by side on the exit.
It looked like RGZ thought he bumped him out line, so he slowed down a bit in the hairpin because he definitely was way too slow there.
That's the very gentlemanly thing to do. Basically, right at this point right now, RDZ is just wearing out his tires. Going into that last corner, he basically dirt tracked it going into the corner. It's not going to do his rear tires any favors.
And it looks like RDZ is going to go ahead and take.
There he goes.
He's going to go ahead and take 9th away on that fresh rubber.
Yeah, Prosser's just, he can't hold on to it anymore. He's trying to, that car is not working well on those rear
Saxo and
tires.
Verthoven go into the pit. Verthoven with no fuel left. That's interesting. Is he going to have to? He's going to have to save quite a bit in order to go to the end, unless he's going to have to do a splash and dash.
But also that brings into question how many of these guys are running on mix 1, how many of these guys are running on the other mixes.
Oh! Big error from both drivers.
Caught the tail end of that. It looks like Prosser tried to cut a bit, tried to go up, tried to attack him going into 1, might have miscalculated, and he ran into him, and they both went off track.
That fighting that they're doing, though, is bringing Mikey ever closer to them. Mikey up into 9th place. He's got Verthoven and Saxo right behind him on fresh rubber, though.
Yep, and this could easily help out Mikey very much, at least get him up to 6th, even though he's still got a good gap that he still has to make up 20+ seconds to get to 6th place where Mognom is currently right now fighting with Kokoraki. Oh, Destroyer goes wide right before the bridge corner. He's trying to hold on to that car. I don't think he's going to be able to stay out for very much longer.
The gap between Mike UA and Boka Miku is 2.5 seconds now.
Yeah, he's closed it up just like we predicted. That car is flying on new tires. I wouldn't surprise me if he now decided to unleash it and put it on mix 1 just to try to get back to the lead. And then once he gets there, he's probably going to start cruising on either mix 3 or 4. It does look like Mike UA is starting to struggle a little bit. His tires are half worn right now. That left front is definitely looking very, very rickety right now on that car. It looks like Mikey has gotten past RDZ, and Prosser has actually lost ground lost an additional spot to his teammate Berthobin.
Berthobin's on fresh rubber right now. Prosser has yet to pit, actually.
Yes, and
Saxo,
this is
only driver who hasn't pit yet in the
and
bottom
Destroyer.
six.
Destroyer hasn't pitted yet. I don't think
Mike
either.
UA might actually pit now. He's probably going to have to.
Well, yeah, he has to. He has to do something to answer to Miku. He's right there on his back bumper. He's less than a second away. Let's see what happens this lap.
Yep, he's going to go into the pit.
He's going in. And this is a very, very tricky pit lane to get into. As you can see, it's real tight on the entry, so you have to make sure not to hit that entry wall going in.
Destroyer's also going to dive into the pit.
So both of those are going to take fresh Bridgestones, fill it full of fuel. See how much fuel Mike UA takes on the exit.
Mike UA is going to be passed by Crazy John, Kokaraki, and Mongnam. Mike UA is on the exit of the pit right now. He's going to come out of their P5. Destroyer's going to come out P6.
Yep. With the gap that they have back to Mikey.
Error.
Well, hold up. Mike might actually catch Destroyer before he gets out the pits. Okay, now they release Destroyer from the pits. And Mike's right there. This is going to be a battle coming out to it. This puts Mike right on top of Destroyer going into this.
Destroyer just gets
out ahead of Mikey. But Mikey's on hot rubber. Destroyer's on cold tires.
Ooh, Mike's catching him.
Mike's will attack him. He's going to attack. He's going to attack right on the inside. Destroyer holding a tight line onto the inside.
Ooh, shunt there.
Yep, that was contact. Mike giving him the chrome horn, letting him know he's there. Oh, Lulu's coming up the corner. So, from what I see right now, Mike's best opportunity would be just to stay on his rear end until they get up to the hairpin, get in his back draft, and then tuck out right out from underneath him. Oh, look, he's got it on the inside.
He's gonna have the inside line coming into the hairpin.
Book it! Pass me.
Oh, it's gonna be a crossover though.
Oh, yep, you're right. But
Mikey stays ahead. He's got the inside line still.
Stays ahead, and he's favoring this next corner, and Mikey takes Destroyer. Even though Destroyer's on fresh tires, Mikey was out for a lap, and he's already got his Yokohama's up to temperature.
So Miku is currently up to an 18-second gap on Crazy John, who is 4.5 in front of Kokaraki, and then 2.5 in front of Mongnam, who is then 4.7 in front of Mike UA. Quite a distance between Miku and Mike UA right now.
Yeah, I can't say that this is very, very surprising. Miku has pulled out that much of a lead in this short of a distance.
Remember though, Miku's on a 2-stop and Mike's doing a 1-stop, so that's going to be very interesting to see how the strategy plays out in the end. Going back to the battle, it looks like
how that strategy pans out.
It looks like Mikey got past Destroyer. So Mikey's up into 6th place. He still has to do one more stop though.
Yeah, and he's still got a 16-second gap to Mike UA. So that's going to be a bit of a stretch to see if he can make up that 16 seconds. All things considered where his tire wear is currently on that McLaren F1 GTR. One of the biggest surprises is Mongnam up to 4th. This is usually a mid-packer in the GORO ranks. It's nice to see him have a good run. But like you said, this is a race that's completely no tuning allowed, all on racing softs, and a car that pretty much nobody's familiar with on a track that for the most part nobody's familiar with. So the playing field is really, really level when it comes to driver skill.
Right now, provisionally, it's actually Miku and then Mike, because Crazy John, Kokaraki, and Mongnam are close enough to Mike UA that he'll actually pass them when they do their second stop.
That is true.
What they do at the end, though, is left to be seen. We expect Crazy John, Kokaraki, and Mongnam to come in the next couple of laps or so.
So So Mike UA, the only thing he can do right now is just go out there, run clean laps, do his best a job as possible, try to minimize the mistakes, keep your car, you know, make sure every apex is hit correctly, every corner is, you get on the throttle as easily as possible. Try to keep that tire wear to a minimum. But he also has to kind of make sure his lap times don't fall off either, because right now at 28 seconds, I'm not sure what the pit delta is here at Autopolis.
It's pretty long, but at the same time, Mika will have a few laps fresher rubber than Mike UA is, so Mike actually has to make these tires last whenever, towards the end of the race, whenever they're probably going to end up battling.
Yep, that is true. But I mean, even then, he has to keep. But he has two things that are working against him: time and then speed. Well, mostly it's time working against him, because yes, he has to conserve his tires, but he cannot let that gap get to more than what the pit delta is.
This is very interesting. Miku is doing his second stop right now.
Wow, he's doing it right. I guess he realized now that Mike UA is going to be on a one stop, so probably he's going. So this might be to answer it. He might try to actually go the rest of the distance on this. I mean, I don't know. This seems kind of early for his pit stop too. And none of the other GORO drivers that came in with him. So
Miku is out of the pits. I think he just enough fuel to last to the end of the race. He's going to come out ahead of Mike UA. So now the major battle starts now.
I know what he did. I know what he did. He did that to cover Mike UA. He knew exactly what was going to happen, so he did that to cover him. That make sure that the gap wasn't where it was, and that it was already. So in retrospect, that was a smart move by Miku. But like you said, Crazy John, Kokoraki, and Magnum all have to make that pit stop eventually. So that was a very, very, very well played. That was a very, I guess you would say heated a moment, or impulse reaction on strategy for Miku to go in and pit now and cover Mike UA while he still had that gap for the for the pit delta. But now he's going to have the. Oh, he bumps his teammate. Let's Magnum know, hey dude, I'm faster than you. Let me by. Let's see if Mike UA is going to be just as curt. Let's see what Mike UA is going to be, and see if he's going to be a little bit more courteous.
He's definitely going to bump him out of the way. He has to.
Yeah.
Oh, Magnum's going to go into the pit. So.
Yeah, he decided he did not want any part of that, so he just came into the pits and forfeited what he had going right now. Because right now Mike UA is only fixated on one thing: the back bumper at number 39 GORO McLaren.
Rocky's starting to drop back into the battle between Miku and Mike right now.
Yeah, his lap time his last lap coming across the line was a 47.254. Miku's lap was a 44.133. Yeah, obviously more faster than the driver from Greece. But Kokoraki he's not going to make it easy to pass. Even though he's in second, he has to make another pit stop. He probably still thinks that if he can hold off Miku, that could probably give him the better shot. But we'll see what happens.
He's going to let him by.
Oh no, he's going to give him room. Must have been a radio call to Kokoraki. James, this is Kokoraki. That puts Miku up into second. Crazy John 4 seconds up the road, mowing some grass on the exit right there. But John is on well-worn tires. His tires are way past 50% worn right now.
Yeah, I expect him to come into the pit stop at the end of this lap. There's no way he does another lap with these tires. They're way too worn.
As you predicted, he does come into the pits.
And Kokoroki's going to go into the pits as well. Almost made an error there.
Almost
Meanwhile, we got a battle for fifth between Mikey, Destroyer, and Verthoven. All within 1.5 seconds.
So, Destroyer on that pit stop with the fresher tires is now starting to reap dividends because Mikey is now pretty much ruined his tires.
Yeah, Mikey's going to pit now. We knew it was going to be a long shot for Mikey due to that error on lap 1, but ooh, Crazy John's going to come out right behind Verthoven. This will be interesting to see. Oh, they both make errors!
No, Crazy John's still going. Verthoven just lost it on the exit of turn 1. I don't know if contact was in it. Prosser just put in the chat that he's having wheel issues right now. That can be explained to ill handlingness of his car. Because Verthoven made a major mistake, and now he has front arrow and right front suspension damage, but that should disappear very, very quickly. Damage settings to it.
So while in the background we have Miku and Mike battling, they're around 3.6 separated. We got a battle for third between Destroyer and Crazy John within around a second or so. But then we got a three-way battle for fifth.
Yeah, Kokoraki just right on the inside of Sacco, too wide into the hairpin, books it, gone.
Ooh, he had a bit of wheel spin on the exit.
But this is a good three-horse race right here. Kokoraki, Sacco, and Monroe. John is coming up on Destroyer right now as well.
Oh yeah, he's right behind him now.
Yeah, he's right on him going. Let's see if he's going to get that slipstream. Destroyer stays to the inside. He's going to try and force the Greek to the outside.
Greek's going to go on the outside.
John does have the preferred line. It's going to be a crossover.
Ooh, crossover!
Let's see if he has it. Oh, that was very, very clean. No contact and a good pass by Crazy John.
Oh, Destroyer! Oh, all right. That almost got really bad. I thought he was going to try diving for it, but no, he's going to tuck in right behind there.
No, he thought better of it. He probably gave the look to John. He's like, hey, I'm still here, so, you know, don't count me out just yet, even though his tires do show a little bit more wear than John. John is actually on his first lap, out of the first flying lap out of the pits. That last lap turned in by Destroyer was a 45.808. It was a 43.844 from John that previous lap before.
So this is actually
the previous lap
now. Yep. Meanwhile, Kokoraki has built a gap between Saxo and Mongnom. He's kind of in no man's land right now. Then we got a battle for 6 between Saxo and Mongnom. Looks like Saxo got a lot of wheel spin on the exit, so he's going to lose a little bit of time there.
Mongnom got a lot of wheel spin on that exit too, so looks like both of these guys are struggling to get a handle on their cars. Sacco does have a lot more tire wear than Mongnom as of right now, and it looks like he is struggling with that car, going wide on every corner.
He really took the gap out of those last few corners. Yeah, right behind him now.
I predict Mongnom will try to attempt to make a pass once again on the main straight and the main.
He's going to make the pass right there.
Yep, a little bit of a hip check coming on the exit, but he got by him as quickly as possible. Try not to lose any more ground.
Ooh, Saxo's going to go into the pits. Looks like he was almost on a two-stop strategy.
Yeah, he kind of had to at that point. He was losing way too much ground. It seems as though these tires, they only last for about 2 to 3 laps, and then once they get, then they just fall off a cliff. And the wear is not doing them any favors either.
Mikey is going to just pass Saxo coming out of the pits. We got Verthoven, RDZ, and then Prosser's made a few errors. He's letting some of the leader cars through right now.
Well, Prosser just communicated back to his team that he's been having a mechanical issue with his car that he's still trying to sort out. So he's probably not going to be he's probably going to try and get out of everybody's way. That way he's not too much of a factor in this.
Meanwhile, up front, Miku has pulled out a 5.4 second gap on MyQA. And then
and it looks
further
like
back,
both of these.
we got Crazy John and Destroyer still kind of battling. They're around 2 seconds separating. Who's that? Who is that he's just passed? Oh, that was Prosser. Prosser made an error on Sector 3.
Yeah, Prosser's still struggling with that mechanical issue. Miku, on the other hand, he is actually with that 5-second lead out. Just looking at the data, it looks like him and Mike UA are even on tire wear, but UA is actually a little bit less fuel. He's got less than a half a tank. Miku is just above a half a tank. So this should be interesting to see if they can make it all the way to the finish. What lap are they working right now?
They are on 26 out of 33.
Okay, so we still
8 to go.
Yeah, we got 8 to go, so they could easily make it 8 laps. Unless there's a major mistake from Miku, I don't see him actually. I don't see Mike catching him. But you know, this is a lot. We still got 8 laps to go.
Here's the thing: Mike UA's tires are older, but Miku's front left is already worse than Mike's. So tire wear is definitely going to play a part in the final couple of laps.
That is true. That's if Miku could. So Miku is going all out right now. He is not conserving anything. The only thing, I'm guessing what he's trying to do right now is he's just trying to build that gap, to get that gap as wide as possible before the tires fall off a cliff. And then after that, it's just going to be defending. So this might actually come down to a close finish, unless Miku decides to start driving a little bit smarter and start saving his tires. But you can definitely tell between the two driving styles that Mike UA is trying to be nice, clean, and tidy with his line, versus Miku, which is still nice, clean, and tidy, but he is carrying way more speed.
Aggressive with his cornering.
Yes.
And his
just touching
aggressiveness
160.
starting to show on the tires, even though he is still building the gap. That's important to note. But I don't see him doing that in the final few laps. I see him dropping off quite a bit.
Yes, and that last lap, they were only separated by 5/10 on the lap time, going through the speed trap right before they hit the brakes into turn 1. Miku they were about on pace speed-wise. Oh, Miku makes a slide right there going into the tight section, so that's going to cost them a little bit of time. But yes, they were both equal on straight line speed, both topping out at 161 miles an hour into the speed trap right before the braking zone into turn 1.
So Miku lost a couple of tenths because of that slide.
Yep.
Looks like it's stabilized though for now.
And the field is pretty much spread out right now. The top 6 cars are about 38 seconds apart from each other. Each of them having anywhere between a 6-second gap, with the exception from second to third is about 21 seconds. So you do have a couple of big gaps in between those.
Third through fifth are separated by just around 4 seconds. So that's a good battle going on there. Further back, we have a battle for 8th between Saxo and Vertovens around 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's.
Oh no! Miku made an error! Mike UA is going to take first. Wow.
Things can change in a heartbeat. Now we're on the flip side. Miku's tires are a little bit worse for wear. But can he run down Mike UA?
It's going to be very tough. Miku has more fuel, but his tires are around the same as Mike, and Mike is better at conserving his tires.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, Mike, all he can do is just run his race and not worry about it. Basically, just try to keep his eyes out the front of the windshield until Miku comes back on him. But yes, that was a mistake by Miku. Lost it in that corner. I missed that entirely. I was scrolling through the back of the field to see what the battles are looking like right now. Destroyer right now, he's got a... Kokoraki has caught up a good bit to him. He's now within 5/10 of a gap behind Destroyer. So there is a battle for 4th starting to come about. Both of them are just... Oh! Kokoraki went to the inside. Destroyer left him some room. Destroyer doing some mirror driving, trying to make sure he doesn't do anything to hinder Kokoraki or put himself a penalty. Let's see, he's right on his back bumper coming into that infamous hairpin here at Autopolis. Goes to the inside to cover it. Kokaraki to the outside. Let's see if he'll pull the crossover. Nope.
Oh my god, Mikey Way made an error as well. Miku's going to go ahead and take first again.
And he lost it in the same mistake. The same mistake in the same corner.
Wow. Meanwhile, the battle between Destroyer and Kokaraki is still raging on. Kokaraki is just a little bit fresher tires than Destroyer. Well, Destroyer has a lot less fuel, but I think he has just enough fuel to make it to the end without having to worry about fuel saving.
Yeah, I think all these drivers are good on fuel right now. I think all of them are going to be able to make it no problem. We're at about, what, 6 laps to go right now, correct?
We are at 5 to go right now. Leaders are on lap 29 of 33.
Yeah, I think everybody looking at doing the rundown.
Oh my god, right CJ made an error.
Crazy John?
Lose. Yes, Crazy John made a big error. He's going to lose a lot of time to Destroyer. Destroyer's well within 1.6 now.
Who's that in front of him? Is that a lap car?
Yes.
That looks like Prosser.
That is Prosser, I think. I think he's
he's ghosted. Drive. He's ghosted. He went out the way. But yeah, CJ made a big error. You're right. So that he is sliding that car everywhere. He must have went off track, got some grass on, got some dirt on his tires, because that car does not look planted right now. But that gives an opportunity right here for Destroyer and Kokaraki to battle for a lead, battle for the last podium spot. Oh, Prosser goes off track, nails the wall into the grass. Yeah, his day is going downhill really quick, and he exits the track. So that is going to be a DNF for Prosser. Looking back at the battle for the lead, 46.305 set in by Miku. 5 seconds down the road is Mikey Way, 46.321. So
we're now at 4 to go. Meanwhile, this battle for third is starting to get even closer because Crazy John is losing time to Destroyer. Destroyer has fresher tires than... Oh, CJ makes another mistake! He's going to lose a lot of time on the straight there.
Oh, this is going to be a battle for third. Destroyer smells the blood in the water. He's coming down the front straightaway, hauling butt. There was almost a 5-mile-an-hour difference going into the brake zone right there.
Yeah, Crazy John is having to fight this McLaren now.
You know, it's very weird, too, that he's having to fight that hard. He must, you know, with these off-track excursions and constantly sliding the car around, he probably cooked his tires, cooked those Yokohamas on the car. The Bridgestones that are on Destroyer's car are nice and cool, right where the temperature they need to be, because he hasn't been sliding the car or going off track.
All three are within a second of each other.
See if Destroyer going to go for it.
No.
Into the inside. Oh, not far enough.
Covers it.
Not far enough. I'll get a good exit coming out of that corner. Kokaraki is right there in the background. It's like, go ahead, guys. You fight. I'll grab the dividends if you guys happen to wreck each other.
Oh, Crazy John made an error.
Goes wide. Destroyer's on the inside. Let's see if he can fight back. Next corner favors him. Yep, he gets back on there.
Oh, Crazy John.
And he goes wide. And he loses both spots.
Yeah, he was side by side, but I think his braking wasn't as effective, and so he ended up going wide in that corner, and so he had to give away those 2 positions.
Yeah, going side by side, he probably got his car off into the marbles. Probably is starting to have some grip issues. And you can see Magnum in the picture, a good ways away, but he's still in the picture for this battle of fourth, running in for this battle for third, running in the 6th position right now.
All 3 cars are still within like 6 tenths.
Yep, they're all still right there.
It's still anyone's game. Kokaraki's going to go on the
making a
inside.
pass on him. And he's got him. He's got him.
They're side by side going into the slow corner. Destroyer's got the better line. He's going to go ahead and take fourth back. Kokaraki's still out there looking for blood. He's going to go around the outside of Destroyer in this corner.
But he's in the marbles, and it gives CJ in the window to get past him. Now the GORO drivers are side by side fighting amongst each other. Guys, you can't do that with the NGR guy right in front of you. Goes on the brakes, hard on the inside. Oh, a little touch from CJ. This is a great battle for third right now.
A bit further up the road, Miku is going to come to the line of 2 to go. Mike UA still 5.6 back.
Yeah, I don't see that going any further right now. Miku looks like he has this in the bag if he cannot make any more mistakes. Crazy John looking really racy on his teammate right now. Onto the inside, Kokaraki took a look, didn't have enough, wasn't far enough alongside Destroyer. But then they're going to be a line of stern going down the front stretch. We'll see what happens here.
Kokaraki lost a bit of time because of that exit.
Yeah,
but he's still in the draft. Destroyer is starting to try and break the draft. I don't think it's going to be enough unless Kokaraki dive bombs.
Which he does.
He got a
almost
slight
did.
touch.
Yeah, CJ's back there. He's like, come on, dude. You need to move up here. I am faster than you. You need to let me have a crack at him. Saw Kokaraki's playing mind games, flashing his lights at Destroyer, trying to get into his head.
He's going to go around the inside again. He's going to have the outside again. Destroyer's going to have the inside line.
He keeps working that line, but it never works. The following corner, Destroyer has the preferred line going around.
Oh, but they're side. Oh nope. All right. They're very close. They are just one car length essentially separates each car.
Now this is going to be what happens right here. Destroyer goes to the inside. Kokaraki's only option is to go to the outside, try to pull a crossover. He's close enough now. Oh, they're side by side going through the hairpin. CJ's right there on the inside. Gets a little loose on the exit. So does Kokaraki. All these guys are on worn tires. All these guys are probably just barely hanging on to these cars.
As we get to the line, GT Bokamiku is on the white flag lap. Mike UA is going to cross it with around 5 seconds between him and Miku.
I'll be keeping an eye on this battle right now for the... Oh, CJ got a little bit loose coming into that final corner.
This is going to be a really hectic lap.
Yeah, this is going to be hectic. There's not enough gap for him to make a move right now on the front stretch, so he's going to have to bide his time. If he wants to be smart about it, Kokaraki, bide your time on the infield in the tight section. Stay right on the back bumper of Destroyer and try to make your move at the hairpin. That is the only way that this is going to work. Right on his back bumper. Keeps trying to work that outside line. No, he didn't.
Not going to work, though.
Yeah, I think what happens is that he missed his break point right there, trying to run right up behind Destroyer and probably went wide. But now the gap is too wide now going into the hairpin. He's not going to be able to slipstream him to get the out-break him going into this corner. Oh, he went deep on the brakes. Deep on the brakes, but that's not going to work. You cannot go to the outside on the hairpin.
Well, up the field, Miku is on the final sector. See if he can stay with it.
I'll keep you posted on this battle for third place as they're coming under the bridge right now.
And GT Bokamiku for GORO is going to take first place in the GORO versus NGR team battle. Mike UA from NGR taking second place, just around 5 seconds behind him. Now we're up to this battle where they're on the penultimate corners now.
Now let's see, is there going to be contact? Is there going to be some argy-bargy coming at us? They're not close enough to do anything.
Looks like Destroyer's going to take third for NGR, with Kokaraki and Crazy John taking fourth and fifth for GORO.
Yep.
Coming in fifth is
John stuffs it in the wall right under the flag stand.
Next up is Mikey with P7. That's a great comeback from starting basically P12 due to the mistake on lap 1.
Yes, that is a great comeback for him. He did have his moments in this race of pure brilliance. I'm sure he will be happy with 7th place. Then was followed up by Sacco.
Is 8th, and then Verthoven will be 9th, rounding it all out, with RDZ being 1 lap down.
Yep.
What a race. Those battles.
It was a good race, especially for the 3rd place. Looking at the lap chart, it looks like I'm looking at the lap chart right now. Miku is not the lowest he ever got down to was 12th place, and that must have been that was on laps 7 on the pit stop exchange. Other than that, he stayed in the top 2 throughout the entire race. Good performance today by Miku.
Go ahead and save these race results. I'll have to edit that later because it shows it doesn't show SDM Piper because he left the race, or he left the room during the race. I'm gonna go ahead and screen cap that. I'll just add it in a second. I got to into community. And it looks like that will be it for this team versus team event. Next time I stream will probably be whenever the Super Formula World Championship or NxtGen Racing goes live in April. I will see y'all then. I might actually stream. That was pretty fun.